TGIF, everyone. I am VJ, and this is VJ's Crochet. Welcome to FO Friday. This is where we get to share our finished objects. Welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome to my returning subscribers. Welcome to my channel members. And if you are catching the replay, yay, Team Replay. I love each and every one of you oh so very much because you all are what keeps this channel on the air. It's not me. It's you all because, I don't want to be sitting here talking to myself. Oh, wait. I forgot. Hold on. I got to go to YouTube because if StreamYard doesn't pick up from the beginning, I have to go over here to the beginning and talk to the fam. Hi, fam. How you doing? It is Friday. It is, according to my computer, I think it's 92 degrees, but I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Dinky Jen is here. Oh, Lord. I can't do that from here. Okay, I'm on the YT side, so we're just going to have to read English. Dinky Jen is here saying good evening from Hull, UK, and happy Friday, everyone. Hi, Jen. Ricky is here from Sweden, giving hugs and love. Hugs to you, Ricky. Sam says, good morning, Jen. Good to see you. And she's speaking to everyone. And Sam is looking out for me in case I didn't get the parking pass. Not only did I get the parking pass, I got it validated. But Sam dropped the link in the chat. Chris is here from lovely Illinois. Okay. Jen is drinking tea and crocheting worry worms. So if I miss anyone coming in, tag me. And she's laughing. Rita is here saying hi to everyone. Sending love from Sweden. Where the rain finally stopped. Ooh, honey. Yeah, we want rain, but we don't want a lot of it. Roberta is waving at everyone. She says, I thought I would sneak in early and get comfy and find a full house already. That's okay, honey. You know, you can regulate the heat and the massage on your recliner. Just make yourself at home. Rita says, we are all early. The VJs have work to do. We got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of work to show. Sam says, Rita, I saved her some work. I have nothing finished this week. That's okay. There is no law saying you have to finish something every week. But Mandy did enough for everybody between Mandy and Suzanne. Jen says, me either, Sam. I only shared my mom's instead. Rita said, let me see if I can go back over here to restream and pick up so that I can highlight people and keep up with what's happening here. Because we know I get lost at it. Okay, the first thing I have over here is... Okay, Roberta's talking to Sam, and Jen says she thinks it's the intro. So I'll go back over here until we get down to that. Rita is saying to Sam, I didn't. Mom has done about 30 trostamos, but I was nice and took one picture. Thank you. Thank you. Roberta says, I finished a few whips finishing touches, but got tired after one pick. So y'all at least get to see that one. Or you can do like Rita, you can put them all in one picture and just take one picture. It's whatever you feel up to doing. This is a no stress channel. Sam says, she's laughing at Jen. Well, that will keep her on her toes. Jen says, oh, Roberta, she's laughing. Sam says, I suppose I could have shared the almost 20 swatches I made for tutorials, but I have done and schedule from now until Christmas. Mercy. Cammy, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? Suzanne is here. Hello. Leslie is here. Looks like my scarf will be done today slash tonight. Rita, it says, hey, I am so tired. I used my spoons t- I used my spoons too early today, but we got something done. You used your spoons? I'll keep reading because I'm sure somewhere along the line you explained what that was about. I don't know. Uh, Ricky saying how to read and all she missed. Roberta is giving coffee and water to everyone. She brought the drinks. Y'all will have to pick up the snacks. Okay. Michelle's down there somewhere. I think she's probably got the snacks ready by now. Sam says, my spoons are all broken, Rita. Rita says, tomorrow I am starting on the wardrobe, taking down and adding a new in taking down and adding a new inside. Okay. Rita says she needs snacks. She'll be right back. Roberta says, congrats, Leslie. It always feels good to say done. Yes, it does. Jen says, I have prawn cocktail crisp. I gotta scroll. Hold on. I'm at the bottom of the screen. I have prawn cocktail crisps and cheesy cheddar snacks. Oh, crisp, what you call chips. Right. Lord, how come my commercial didn't split? I got whole screen. What's wrong with this? Anyway, why have I not gotten down to where Dinky Jen is? Hold on, there's something really wrong here today. Jen says, what time is this? No, we don't want to do that. We want, I bet it's the intro. Shorty duties. Yes, Shorty's coming in about 45 minutes. Okay, that's before Laurie comes in. So, yeah, I got more to go on YT. Okay, we'll just carry on. Prawn cocktail crisp. That sounds interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that, Jen. Roberta says, 2-minute warning, everyone gets settled. Jen says, I've only recently gone back to buying the prawn cocktail flavor. I've missed it. Oh, does it really taste like shrimp cocktail? That's what we call it over here, shrimp cocktail. Uh, my chat just jumped. Hold on. How does it jump so far? Man, oh man. Oh, dear. Hold on, at least I know where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Uh, Kathleen, how are you? She says, hi, Miss VJ and Crochet family. How are you all doing? Are you ready for the weekend? I'm ready. I'm crocheting on a yellow hat in front post stitch. I have water in my cup. There you go, Kathleen. And Chris is thanking Rita for the drink. Thank you, Rita. Ricky says, I will be lurking today. Way too tired for anything today. Are you in a better mood today, Ricky? Sam says, now, is she running late, trying to work out how to play her intro? I was here early or forgot to hit go live. Wait a minute. What time did you say that, Sam? Because I was here. I went early. I thought I went early. What time is this? What did I do? Give me my timestamps. That was 2:41. That was only 1 minute, Sam. That was only 1 minute. Tough crowd. Colleen, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? They're picking on me already. Michelle's, hi, cuz. How you doing? And I'm skipping over the weather because we got a lot of FOs to do. So you all can read your own weather. Shatika, good afternoon, blessings, and happy crochet. And I'm like, Leslie, hi to everybody coming in. If I missed anyone, please forgive me. There is Mandy. How you doing, sweetie poo? Everybody. Doretha, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? Zoila, hello, sweetheart. How are you and Mama Inez? Gigi is here. Hi, Gigi. Thank you for the thumbs. I appreciate it. And how is your weather? Nisi, hello. How are you? So good to see you. Rita says, oh, I am the chosen one for ads, I think. 4 already. Oh, good gracious. I even got one and it didn't do the split screen. I don't know what happened. I'll have to go and see what happened there. Sam says, spoonies equal someone with a long-term chronic issue who uses energy quickly. Oh. Oh. Roberta says, Michelle, I didn't forget. Oops. Michelle says, sipping on a coffee and putting a bowl of chips on the table for anyone who wants some. Barbecue? Nisi says, I am enjoying the beautiful sunny weather outside on the porch, working on Luck of the Draw 12 blanket number 1. Go ahead with your bad self. Michelle's got a whole screen of ads too. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. Sam says someone used some spoons to explain to someone normal how someone with chronic illness only has X number of spoons per day. Really? And once those spoons are used, there's nothing left. Oh. Well, that makes sense. I've never heard that before, but that makes sense. Okay. Roberta says, Sam, thank you. I lost my spoons last week. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. And Michelle is throwing tomatoes. I hope they're ripe. I don't want anybody to be hurt. Jen says prawn cocktails taste spicy and vinegary. Oh. Sam says, oh dear, Tank, you need to find those. Michelle says, wearing my magnifying glasses while the baby finishes his nap. Why? Never mind. Don't tell me why. Yeah, Sam. She's throwing tomatoes. I don't know why, but Michelle's throwing tomatoes. But I'm bummed. Yep, but I forgot why. I need some serious sleep again. Sam says 1 minute is 60 seconds. Sometimes we just throw stuff. You all are sad. You all are sad today. Lenny, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. You're watching on the TV. Okay, thank you. Roberta says, not picking on you, VJ. We just look forward to the hour. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Nisi needs Nisi needs a nap. I understand. Michelle says, I would throw my weight around, but that would put the earth on a different axis. Look, I would like to throw my weight out the door. We have any idea how I can do that? Michelle says, I am glad someone explained the spoony thing. I was lost in the tomato sauce. I was right there with you because I was that was a new one on me. Sam says Sam's speaking to Doretha and saying she hopes she's doing well. Roberta says, just warn me and I'll throw my weight the other way. Then we'll be balanced. Michelle says, Roberta, one bounce from me and the world really would turn upside down. Stop. You Sam says, oh, I was picking on her. I got to the oh shoot, I'm on top chat. Well, we're just gonna go back. Oh, I hit a wrong tab and I had to read it and see what it was and why, and we're going to ignore that. Okay. So now we're going back over here where we can see what we're doing. And yeah, I totally missed that comment because I was not on live chat. I'm through with the top chat. Okay. I'm just through with the top chat. Need to talk to somebody. But we had, oh no. Let's get into the fun. Sarah finished her her grandbaby's blanket in the what is it, Willow Squares? I think it's the Willow Squares. Don't quote me. That's cute. That is cute, Sarah. Yeah, I missed the whole dadgum chat. I'm just gonna chalk it up to Friday. Because we know how I am on Friday. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Michelle says, get ready, Roberta. I am feeling like pitching a BF, and believe me, I qualify as a black female. Oh no. And she says, the world turned upside down is Hamilton reference and IYKYK. Apparently, I am funny when I am sleepy. Oh, Michelle. There's Sarah. And I was right. It's Willow Squares. Look at me. I remembered something. That is pretty. Now, Sarah, you have to make a little square beanie to match it. That is really pretty. Can you believe it, Michelle? I actually remembered something. It turned out very nice. It turned out very, very nice. I've never done the Willow Square before. Sarah says, my kids like different colors and thank you. You are welcome. They are warm color. That is a very fall looking blanket. But the baby's due in the spring, isn't he? I think it's a he. Yeah, those colors are everything. Sarah makes nice color choices. She really does. Then we have, because you all have been throwing down, Suzanne says, this is baby Drake. Mom and dad are upset with him. He was late coming home, and she's laughing. Instructions by Liz Crochet and more. Ah, he came in past curfew, did he? Is he going to be grounded? That is cute, Suzanne. Look at that tail. Oh, that is so cute. Mom and dad are upset with him. That is cute. Let's see. Michelle is asking Sarah if that is a cake, and if so, which one? And Sarah has not answered yet. It is pretty. It is really pretty. He could get away with anything. He is so cute. Maybe Sarah went to see if she still has the ball band. Because she showed it on Wednesday, and I don't remember seeing the band. Here's a close up of baby Drake. He is so stinking cute. Look at those eyes. Oh, gracious. That's a good one. That's a good one. Liz did a good job with that. Well, that is not quite what we were going for, or that either. I give up. Moving right along. I keep disappearing when I do that. Okay, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to the next one, and we will sort this out. Oh, I know what to do. Wait, I know what to do. Ta-da! Oh my God. Hi, Laurie. Welcome in. He looks like he's sorry for whatever he did to upset his parents. Michelle, I've hit I'm on Restream. I have to hit every button until I get back to where I want to be because it's Restream. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. It's Restream. It is not intuitive for me. So I got to keep pecking. Nicole says, C2C using Big Twist Menagerie Gray Fox with simple granny stitch border. Go ahead, Nicole. I also like the photo bomber in on the pillow. Him's a cutie pie. I can't let me stop saying I can't because I can. It just takes a little while. There. Ta-da! Oh, Nicole, that's cute. And that puppy's cute too. And it has a granny stitch border. Okay. It looks nice and toasty. Yeah, Chris, the buttons are killing me. The buttons are really. BJ, if you keep disappearing when you do something, stop doing it. Well, I'm trying to get back, and I get lost getting back. I'm trying to get back. Isn't that cool and cute? Yeah, sometimes C to C's really, really, really turn it up a notch. And you don't always get the same effect when you're going horizontal back and forth. But when you go diagonally, it's like, wow. Yeah, Nicole did a good job on that one. That's pretty. I I'm not really into C to C, but then when I look at the way the colors pool, I see why everybody likes C to C because it gives it a whole different dimension. That looks kind of a rustic and woodsy. That would be a nice blanket to wrap up in a log cabin in front of an open fire, big mug of hot chocolate with marshmallows on top. Yeah, I'm getting into the fall. Michelle says, you getting lost is a theme with you. I love that about you. At least I'm consistent. At least I'm consistent. You know, I don't leave home without a full tank of gas because I never know where I'm going to end up. So yeah, I get lost. I at least knew where I was supposed to be. It's just trying to get back there that was the problem. In StreamYard, I can tap the button and the other one goes away. In this one, I have to go up and remove it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Eventually, Roberta says, I like C to C like that because it's quick. Is it? Michelle says, C to C is fun and easy from my mindless perspective. I don't know about it being mindless. She says, very true. Okay, that's okay. Yes, I'm watching school buses go by. I'm on granny duty today. Then Dinky Jen says, another week's worth of knitted hats by mom for African children. Good gracious, she's almost doing a hat a day. Go, mom. We're gonna have some warm African children. Eh, Look at the colors. Oh, wow. Jen, is she actually knitting these or is she using an Addy? Because she's changing colors like every row. Yeah, I know. I just remembered we talked about that, but you know I don't remember what you said. I'm consistent about that as well. Roberta says, and now the C to C graphs, that's another story. I haven't done a graft yet. I'm scared. Jen says, I forgot to post the cushion she did. We'll be back next week if the Lord says the same. Chris says, you'll get it just in time for them to change. I know. Oh, that is so frustrating. You are so right. By the time I figure out how to do it, they'll go, oh, we have an update. And the update will be something totally different. And I'll be lost again. Michelle says exactly, Roberta. And I am not trying to think that hard, right? She is hand knitting each one. One, two, three, four, five beanies in a week. That's impressive. That's impressive. Yep, Chris is right. Yeah, she did do a good job. She really did. They are beautiful. They are beautiful. One day before I die, I'm going to sit down and knit a beanie. I just have to get back into my knitting. It just takes me so long. Roberta says, Michelle, every time I start a graph, I think, what did I think I was? Michelle says, by the way, who do I blame for getting me to watch Wrong Number? Not I, because I don't know what Wrong Number is. Yes, she did. She rocked it. Go ahead, Mom. She rocked it. She knocked that ball out of the park. Great job, Mom. Jen, when you see her after this, give her a hug and a pat on the back from us, because she did beautiful work. Suzanne says, this is baby Drake's cousin. Instructions by Liz Crochet and more. Oh, we're going to have a whole family? Oh my gosh. He's a cutie too. Now, is this from his mother's side or his father's side? Oh, look at that. See, you never know how the genes are going to fall. That is cute. Not knitting, girl. See, yeah, it's a whole nother thing. Mandy says, OMG, Michelle, that show was crazy. Michelle says, right, Mandy, someone should kick her butt. Now I'm gonna have to go watch it and see what you all are talking about. Ooh, honey, you can come over and play at my house. Yeah, those are great, cute, great color combos. They are. They really are. Roberta says, the cousin looks sassy too. Those dragons have their hands full. Right? Everybody's going to be grounded this weekend. That one looks like it would hang out with the bad boys. I'm just saying. Be out there on the corner, blowing smoke, setting things on fire. That would be that one. Well, I didn't mean to set the tree on fire. You got in the way. I hiccuped. Mandy has a little bunny. Oh, Mandy. She has a little bunny. See, you all and your amigurumis here. Where is my, hold on, I gotta find my comment because I gotta get rid of it. My glasses are sliding down. Let's see, here we go. It's on Netflix. Thanks, Mandy. That's something else I gotta look. I gotta talk to my daughter and see if she still has Netflix. Because I don't. Mandy, that is too stinking cute. Look at those eyes. That little pink nose. Oh my gosh. Roberta says, Mandy sounds like a weekend watch. It does. Suze says, I can't take credit for the colors. My son picked them. And she's standing on her head. uh, pat him on the head because he did a good job. He did. Wait a minute. Maybe not pat him on the head. How old is your son? Michelle says, Roberta, warning, you might get angry. Oh, then I don't need to watch it because I'm angry about enough things already. I don't need to get any angrier because, baby. Whew, but that's the other channel. Roberta says, Michelle, I am banned from news for that reason. Yeah, well, Pip has banned her from news, and you see how far that has lasted. We got to sneak into it. But they just so daggum stupid. Mandy has also done chickens. Good gracious, girl. Oh my. Look at them. Michelle says, not that kind of angry, bad mom and lies. Okay. Okay. Jen is laughing. Right now, angry is angry. Roberta says, I'll take it in small sessions then, Michelle. That might be better. Michelle says Pip needs to be banned too, but somehow we gaslight, enable each other. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Michelle says, Roberta, grab a switch and dive in. Oh, it's one of those that's going to make me mad and I'm going to want to spank everybody. Oh my gosh. And put people in the corner. Mm-hmm. Mandy has also done a hatching dino. See, you see, you all are too funny. A hatching dino. Okay. That is something special. Just one or two people, Michelle. Fire hooking. Yes, Lord. Hi, Granny. How you doing? Thanks for the parking pass. TGIFers, howdy all. Be right back. Off to get fresh cuppa. Okay. Yeah, welcome. And yeah, she's doing a panda drive by. She ran in and ran out. What time is it? Oh, 3:22. Okay, we got time. And she ran in and ran out. Got to get her cuppa. So she's ready. As long as she doesn't drop it on the way back. And then Mandy has a Care Bear minus the belly patch because my daughter can't decide. Oh, that is darling. That is absolutely darling. Is this one of those that has an egg? Mandy, that one doesn't. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, she did. She says, yep, Roberta, you put it inside the egg. Okay. Chris says, Michelle, see if you can find a movie called Miss Meadows. I've heard of that, but I've never seen it. Yeah, I've heard of that. I can't get off YT long enough to watch anything. Rita says, well, I can take Granny's place while we wait. I keep falling asleep. Okay, Rita, just as long as you don't fall off the bed when you go to sleep, it's all good. Uh, was it Mandy? No, it was Chris that says Miss Meadows. Chris, what platform? Rita says, love it. It's cute. Uh-oh. Leslie says, yay, scarf bound before we finished here. Yay. Mandy says, oh, no, see, Michelle says, can I get one of those cutie bears in a pink? Mandy says, this is a crochet by Jenna's pattern. And Jen says, I posted a photo to the group. Okay, thank you. Rita says, no, I won't fall off my new couch/bed. It is heavenly to sleep on. Go ahead with your bad self. Michelle says, I'm sorry, Chris. I warned you I was sleepy. Hey, look at me. I was sitting here going, oh, wait a minute. Where's Shorty? I'm happy I remembered that it was not Mandy who had spoken to you, because I'm like, I had to scroll back up and I'm like, I don't think that was Mandy. No, that was Chris. I got two. Jeanette, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Chris says, I have no clue because I found it by doing a search. Okay. So we just have to search for Miss Meadows. Like I said, I've seen it. And Michelle will do a deep dive. There's the bus. Okay. So now we just have to wait for Shorty to come up the porch. And then all will be good. And I remembered to unlock the door, which is why I was a little bit late, because I was coming in here and I was like, nope, door. And I had to go back and unlock the door. Unlock it now or unlock it later. Jeanette says, I've been having some bad days. Jeanette, I am so sorry to hear that, but you are still here. So we're happy about that. There she is. Oh, Lord, she brought her violin. Yay! I didn't lock the door back. Tell Shorty she has 28 cousins waiting for her on the regular. Yes, she does. Shorty, careful. What'd you do? Cousin Michelle said to tell you you have 28 cousins on here waiting for you on the regular. She said, okay. Oh, Roberta says, it's that relieved feeling when the family is home and in for the night. It's the relieved feeling when the family is here all in one piece and I don't have to go get in the car and play Medea. Dawn, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? Thank you for coming. Shorty, Miss Rita said hi. She said hi. Violin, better your ears than mine. Yeah, she did violin for 2 years. And then she decided she wanted to do the clarinet. No, saxophone. And now she's back on the violin because she says, I know how to play the saxophone now. I'm going back to violin. Shorty, Miss Jennifer said hi. She said hi. Miss Chris said hi. She said hi. Yeah, she came home with the violin. She's one of these kids that wants to go to class and then just wants to play. She doesn't think she has to practice. So her mother's been fussing at her all week. You didn't bring home your violin. You got to practice. And she's kind of like, had it in class. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, she doesn't believe in practicing. Mandy has a shawl from Hooked by Robin. I did a poncho in this pattern. My very first poncho was in this pattern. I was about 16 years old. Boy, that brings back memories. I think it's still downstairs, even. I think that black shawl I have is the same stitch. Come to think of it. But that's pretty. I like that color. Hi, sis. How you doing, Angie? Good to see you, TGIF. Yep, it's not an accessory. Sam says there was a study that showed children who play an instrument do better at math. Certainly true for my daughter. She has moments when the math works, and then she has times when the math ain't mathing. It does look cozy. Isn't it nice, Nisi? And that is really a nice simple shawl to make. It's not at all complicated. You just have to keep up with your end stitches. I that's almost a mindless one, but if you lose your end stitches, you're in a world of hurt. I'm just saying. Your triangle does not come out to be a triangle. But that I like that color. That is really pretty. Nightbot is dropping links. So if you are not connected to some of my channel members, please go over there and give them a look see because we know everybody here is very, very, very talented. Then we have Mandy also finished a pineapple shawl. Mercy. Now this is different, Mandy. I'm trying to blow it up without blowing it off the screen so everybody can get the best effect of this. I like that too. Mandy, what cake is that? That is pretty. Oh, sis, you have a day off today, but I know you missed the boss. I know you miss her. She's funny. That's what I asked. Yeah, but it was pretty mindless and fast. Oh, it's fast. Yeah, those are fun. And it is pretty. It was scarfy yarn. Oh shoot, they don't even make that anymore. Yeah, Mandy is very busy. Uh-oh, my chat just jumped. Yeah, they when we find something we like, then they decide, "Oh no, we're not going to make that anymore." Jen says, "That's true. My daughter has a cello still, and she's been teaching math for about 10 years." Really? It is beautiful. Coley says, "OMG, I love the design and colors go so well." It was a teal and cream scarfie. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I like scarfie. Of course, when I discovered it, it was already gone. Sam says, "Yep, Dinky, my daughter topped her calculus university class and writes code for research now. Played flute from age 4. Good gracious." The pattern is called Pineapple Peacock Shawl. Wow. Oh, she writes code. Well, you did write right, but it was the wrong right. You wrote right. You just wrote the wrong right, but I read it as right. It's Friday. I wasn't going to be that critical. Not on you anyway. Not for that. I might be critical for something else later. And Jessica has a hat for happy hats. So Jeanette, you're going to be getting this one. Um this stitch is very similar to the one you did your poncho in, Jen. Isn't it? You might want to make a beanie to go with your poncho. I'm just saying. That would be pretty together. Roberta says, "Mandy, don't be surprised if I ask about that pattern again." I know. Sam says, "I wrote the wrong right." Mandy is laughing. No worries. It actually worked up pretty fast because it's mostly chains and it uses a 6.5 millimeter hook. Oh my goodness, that would work up fast. Lori says, "That's cool, Sam. I love math, but I can't write code. Just do next level systematical analysis." Yeah, no. Roberta says, "My daughter was first chair through junior and high school flute, and she is good at math." I was good at math until I got into calculus and they wanted to give me imaginary numbers and all that BS. And they couldn't explain to me why they were imaginary. Laurie says, "That's really cool about your daughter, Sam. I love math, but I don't know how to write code at all. But I do know how to do next level statistical analysis." Go ahead with your bad selves. Look at you all. So you all should be very adept at pattern writing. That is super cool. Look at that pom pom is so symmetrical. It is cute. You did a great job on that beanie. And she says, "I love that hat and the pom pom is awesome." By the time I get my pom pom symmetrical, they look like a thimble. It is, Dawn. It is. And it's so pretty. And Dinky Jen did not tell me if that was the same pattern as her poncho, but I believe it is. Sarah says the shawl by Wilma Westenberg using yarn art alpaca. Oh, oh, oh. That's pretty. That is so pretty. Jen says, my daughter graduated as a doctor of science or something. Then she turned away to math. Strange girl. Oh my. Okay, the beanie is very similar. Thank you. Because that's what I was thinking. But I have to check. Granny is back. I had to beat my coffee machine to get it to work. Guess it's time to replace. Have you cleaned it? It might just need some vinegar run through it. It is pretty. I really like that. That is really pretty. My daughter wanted one of those circular ponchos, and I think that pattern would be really pretty. Sam is laughing at Dinky. She says, my daughter is in the UK at Cambridge research labs working on leukemia in children. Yeah, you got to be, don't say it. You can't do it here. That's all I'm going to say. You have to go to Cambridge or someplace across the pond. You can't do research over here. Michelle says, Granny, you got to fix that. Coffee pots are required for hookers like us. Yeah, you need to run some vinegar through there. My chat is running. Granny D, just tell it you're going to replace it and it'll work for a while. That's true. Tell it you're going to replace it and it will work for a while. And tell it you're going to clean it with vinegar and yep. Laurie says I could try to explain imaginary numbers, but where they matter is in electrical engineering. Think of imaginary as a secondary number set. I was a math teacher for over 20 years. My problem was I could work the equation all the way down and submit it, and they would tell me I was wrong because it would be this number plus an imaginary number. So the next problem, I would work all the way down and I couldn't get it down to the very bottom. So I would say it's this number plus an imaginary number. And they say, no, it's this number. And I'm like, okay, how do I know when it's an imaginary number? And they couldn't explain it to me. So I told them, leave me alone. Because no matter what I said, they told me I was wrong and they couldn't explain to me why I was wrong. That is pretty. So yeah, I kind of gave up on that. Plus, my daughter was acting kind of crazy every time I started trying to do homework at night, so I gave up on that. Rita says, "Welcome back. I kept your seat warm. I slept there too." Yeah, Granny, Rita was taking your place and sleeping so that we she was substituting for you. It is fan. You all have some talented children. You all have some talented children. That is a very nice shawl. Sam says, "Hey D, don't beat up on the coffee machine too much. Sometimes it just needs a little scaring." Granny saying hi to everybody. Math lovers are a special breed. They really are. Zach, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? Granny says, Sam, I had to beat the crap out of that machine. Sheesh. Ah, how old is that machine, Granny? Mandy says, my husband is an engineer and he talks to me about the things I like. Talks to me about things like I should understand. I just tell him I work in marketing for a reason. I understand. I understand. Chris says, thank you for that, Laurie. I lost Trig. I lost Trig and up when stroke hit. Yeah. Sometimes some things come back and sometimes they don't. And sometimes the things that don't come back really frustrates us. Michelle's talking to Zach and they're swapping snacks and drinks. Laurie says, all those are called complex numbers, a real number plus an imaginary. Imaginary numbers come from taking the square root of a negative number. Well, he should have told me that. My I wasn't my calculus was not by a professor. It was by his TA, and English was not his first language. So he didn't understand the questions that he was being asked. Well, if she just needs to scare it, I will send her a picture of me. Oh, Sam, we've seen you live. You're not scary. Leslie says, where were you when I was taking college algebra 3 different semesters, Laurie? I could do algebra and I liked trig. And I even tutored my son in high school geometry. Even though I did not like geometry, I could do geometry, but I liked algebra 2 trig. This is a foreign language to you. I'm sorry. I have a science degree, so yeah, it kind of they made me learn all this math. I had to learn math to do X-rays. Go figure. I'm like, wait, I don't need to do math. Then they're like, yeah, you do. I was like, okay, fine. That's why God made calculators. Laurie says it's all what part of the brain a stroke hits. So I'm sorry if that didn't come back. Yeah, it depends upon which part and how bad it is. Sometimes it comes back and sometimes it doesn't. Roberta says, Laurie, now I'm tired for sure. Too much braining. Uh, Angie says, hi, Granny D, and coffee machine, be kind to Granny, or I'll come down there with my switch. Laurie says, Leslie, I would have loved to help you. Yeah. Too bad we didn't have internet chat like this back then. We could have helped each other a lot. Granny says, I don't believe that, Sam, but I could get or make a wee scarecrow to set it by it. Okay. They just pulled up with one of these great big old unmarked trucks. And I was watching to see what jumped out when they opened up the doors because I didn't know which way I wanted to go. But there's actually boxes in there. So, okay. Leslie says, I'm sure I made the F. Jen says, I'm just I'm just to have cookie dough in a tub. I'm just to have cookie dough in a tub ice cream by Ben and Jerry's. Not had this for a very long time. For whatever reason, I don't like cookie dough, and Ben and Jerry is not my favorite. You got business stats, yeah. Math is its own. Say that again, Laurie. Math is its own language. And honest to Pete, my daughter had to take statistics for her accounting degree. She learned whole A whole new language. These people took the box off the truck, took the box to on and put it on a dolly, took it up to the house. I don't know what happened because I was talking to you all, which what I was supposed to be doing. But then they took the box off the dolly and dragged it back to the truck, and now the box is all open. They dragged it back to the truck without the dolly. One man had the dolly, and the other man is dragging the box. And now they're putting it back on the truck, and it's all open. I'm glad I didn't order from whatever company this is. Now I know why they don't have any signage on the side of the truck because, ooh, what the heck? See, this is why I don't do a lot of TV because there's too much stuff happening now. Oh my God. Um, Granny saying hi to all the lovely souls that she missed. Oh my gosh. Zach is talking about his live schedule. Laurie says she oh what the heck? So they took the second truck up to the house. I mean the second box up to the house, and now they're bringing it back. It's open too. They're coming out with a third box. What are they taking these boxes in and the people are opening them and telling them they don't want the stuff? Now they're going back in with another box. What in the not my monkey and not my circus. Coley says I forgot to say email. Okay, baby. I need to stop looking out the window and do my job because I'm almost tempted to turn you all around so y'all can see what's going on out here, but I haven't washed my windows. Zach said I needed to work on me this week, Michelle. I'm selfish and work on me this week. There were a few tears in my eyes, and I only went, you know what, Zach? That's called self care, and we have to take care of ourselves. Roberta says, lock the door unless they have a signed judicial warrant. You can tell them to take a hike. My door, Shorty locked the doors when she came in, and I don't have the remote for the alarm, but the alarm panel's outside the door. I can set the alarm in a quick, fast, and in a hurry. But no, people didn't. Oh, so they're gonna keep the last box. They went in with four boxes and came out with four boxes, but they're gonna take the fifth box, and all those boxes are open. What are you gonna deliver them to somebody else's house? Ooh, child. Mandy, you haven't had a math class since you were in the ninth grade. Ooh, I don't remember how many classes I had in college. I know I had at least one, if not two, post grad ice cream. I know. Mandy says I got out of it in college by taking linguistics classes for my math. I had to do math for radiology, and then I went back and had to do calculus for computer science. No, self-care is not selfish, but I never finished my computer science degree because I had a little girl that would not behave. Chris says, let's see, I lost trig and higher, but remembered how to crochet. Seems a fair trade. I lost I lost math and crochet, and I went back and started on granny squares, and I could count to three. And I kept going because I could count to three. And then after a while, the other numbers started coming back. But for a while, I could only count to three. Michelle's Laurie, you are fine. You are such family. and I just thought you did. Hug, sweetie. She's fine. We're all fine. We're all special in our own little way. Yeah, pictures of the neighbors. I've done that before, but my windows were clean. I need to wash these windows. Two stooges cannot afford the third. Girl, these people are just. Sunitha, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you, sweetie? Jen says, I didn't pass math at school, but to retake in 2009 so I could take my forklift license. You need to have math to get a forklift license, which I passed, but then couldn't find a job with it. What the hey? You would think that they would need forklift drive. Granny, these are the same people across the street, so you know. Yeah, these I don't know what the heck was going on. Yeah, I gotta go. I have to talk to Drea and see about that Orphan Black. Michelle, you might want to look at Orphan Black on Netflix. Sunitha is having a ball with it. I gotta get over there. That is a pretty shawl. The feds are weird. We got ICE up here in North County. They need to get the Crips and the Bloods and forget about the Hispanics. I think it's time I'm going to try for my license soon. Okay. Just make sure that you're in a good mindset because they will try to make you nervous. Dawn, I saw yours. What time is it? Oh gosh, I'm sitting here talking. It would be you'd be recording it. Yes, self-care is very important. I can take pictures of your mom yelling at them. That's when a ring camera comes in handy. Yeah, I've got them on I've got them on video for other things because there's always something going on over there. Honest to Pete, I hope it's replacement screens because they took all the screens out of the upper windows. I think Monday is going to be an FOMAL Monday because well, I got two here, but I got two in email. Roberta says, I'm hoping this video comes out right and the old tired lady behind the dial doesn't scare y'all. Oh, crikeys. Let's see. I always have trouble getting these to open. Hold on. I have to remember how I do this because it doesn't want to. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. It's just ignorant. Okay. Oh, wait. Rewind. There we go. Oh, that's your cupcake doll. Oh, that is too cute. That is gorgeous.
Start out with
That is absolutely gorgeous. O M to the G. I love that. I absolutely love that, Roberta. That's possible, Angie. Yep, crochet is therapy. It really is. And hi, Crystal. How you doing? Blanket, hello, girlfriend. Good to see you. I know you would think that they would need forklift drivers. I can't get over this world. I really can't. There's a lot. My mother never drove, Leslie. And my brother doesn't drive, even though I paid for, I mean, not my brother, my son doesn't drive, even though I paid for him to have driver's ed when he was 16. I know, isn't that just gorgeous? Roberta, you did a great job on that. That is awesome. Pat yourself on the back, Roberta. Look at you. I'm so sorry, Leslie. Yeah, driving is not for everybody. And if you don't feel comfortable driving, don't do it because you just put yourself and other people in harm's way. Roberta, that is the bomb diggity. I love that. That is awesome, girlfriend. Ooh, I love that. Rita says, my Halloween bags are done. Mom has around 20 Trostamos ready to ship out. Gracious me. Mom is really throwing down out here. She is getting stuff done. Wow. Oh, look at the Halloween bag. That is so cute. Oh, and you put rings and everything in there. My goodness, Rita, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. You could sell those. I'm doing fairly well, Crystal. Thank you for asking. Zoila says her mother never drove either. Now she's talking about learning to drive a motorcycle. Oh my God, don't let her, please. Lori, welcome in. Good to see you. Wonder Twin. Oh, both of you all are here. Or my place got lost in traffic. Parking pass expired. Oh, geez. No, honey, strap down because we're going over to Granny's. Your parking pass is not expired. You're all good because you got your year-long parking pass. You don't have to worry about that until January. Oh my gosh. You see, and Rita's mother only has the use of one hand, and she's just out here doing all kinds of damage. I love it. Chris has a square for Joe's son's blanket to send to Jessica. Red Heart Super Saver ombre and a 6 millimeter hook. That's cute. Cute, cute, cute. That is just about the color green I used for that. Which way filet blanket I did. Crystal, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. How are you? That's pretty, Chris. That is pretty. Crystal says she's afraid she was going to miss today doing my running. Had doctor appointment and had to pick up tags for truck. Whew. Good news at doctor though, down to almost my original weight loss. Awesome! Congratulations! I've just gone up to my original weight. Now I got to come back down again. These family picnics this summer have not been good for me. My doctor is going to yell at me on Monday. I'm going to be in so much trouble. Rita says, thank you. I was thinking of what I wanted in a bag. No time to make and sell anymore. It's beautiful. Roberta says, I still shock myself every time I see that gray hair. When did that happen? I know I would be shocked, except I was gray since I was 35. Team Replay is waiting for you with some super cute. Ooh, these makes are just gorgeous. They really are. But wait, there are more. Hold on. But I'm glad I'm glad your weight loss came out very well. I'm glad it did. My doctor's gonna be mad at me. She wants me to sit in these classes, and I'm like, I don't need the class. I know what to do. It's just getting me to do it. Yeah, I don't want to go to class. I want to sit there and talk about it. Just stop coming at me with food. Dawn has a blanket for her son-in-law, who is a Steelers fan. Burnett blanket yarn in black, white, and gold using the moss stitch. Holy absolute smokes. Dawn, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I love that. I love that. And yeah, Red Horse Super Savers has one for project like that. That is gorgeous. He's gonna love that. He really is. She was back up to 200 and finally down to 178 now, another 40 to go. Geez, I hear you. I hear you. I've gained 5 pounds this summer. It's just not, it's not working real well here. But I'm doing better. I used to gain 5 pounds over the weekend, and then it take me 3 weeks to get it off. At least it's taken me all summer to put on this 5 pounds. So there is hope. Lori made an apple coaster to go on a Halloween treat bag made from scrap yarn, and she can't remember the designer, which is okay because hey, life be happening. It's okay because it is cute. The secret ingredient is cat hair. See, only cat lovers would understand that. And that is the truth. You get cat hair in everything. Oh, and then you finish a little animal blanket. Yay. Yay, look at you. Yep, oh, that was the Steelers. Look at you. Don't let my other half see that. Had a beautiful. Oh. And then we have. Yeah, the cat under the cat. That is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, your hair is the other ingredient. That's always the way Granny D has that problem too. When I do my hair up like that, it's not a problem. But when I have my braids, oh yeah, we get hair all in everything. I have to pull it up, pull it back, and make sure we don't get anything. Thank you, everybody who has spent the last hour and 15 minutes with me. You could have spent it anywhere, but you chose to spend it with me, and I do not take it lightly. Fasten your seatbelts because we're going to do a VJ raid over to Granny D. Thompson. Everybody have a safe and happy weekend, and I love you all.